Amid growing geopolitical tension in Eastern Europe, U.S. President Donald Trump has intensified his critique of Russian President Vladimir Putin, marking a significant shift from his previous stance of cautious diplomacy toward Moscow. Speaking via his Truth Social platform and to reporters in New Jersey, Trump described Putin as unhinged and warned that any further ambitions to subdue Ukraine could ultimately spell the collapse of the Russian Federation itself. Trump's comments come at a time when the war continues to claim civilian lives and drag global powers into a high-stakes diplomatic quagmire. This war is spiraling into a humanitarian catastrophe. Putin appears to have lost his strategic compass, Trump remarked, referencing the latest spate of Russian missile and drone strikes that have devastated Ukrainian cities. According to the New York Times, over a dozen civilians were killed in the early hours of Sunday, following relentless air assaults, marking yet another bloody chapter in the conflict that has now entered its third year. Trump, once seen as an advocate of back-channel diplomacy with Putin, now accuses the Russian leader of orchestrating senseless destruction across Ukraine, targeting non-military infrastructure in apparent acts of intimidation. Trump also signaled a policy shift by floating the possibility of new sanctions on Moscow, a surprising posture given his historically softer rhetoric on Russia. In his latest address, he expressed deep concern over the continued bombardment of Kyiv and surrounding areas. This aggression is reckless and unprovoked. Launching missiles during negotiations is an insult to peace efforts, he said. While current U.S. President Joe Biden continues to support Kyiv with financial and military aid, Trump distanced himself from both the Biden administration and the Zelensky government, calling the war a product of failed leadership on all sides. Criticism was not reserved for Moscow alone. Trump openly lashed out at Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, accusing him of inflammatory rhetoric and suggesting that his public posture is damaging efforts to resolve the crisis. Zelensky talks too much, and none of it helps, Trump said bluntly. These remarks echo sentiments Trump has made in the past about the Ukrainian leader, despite bipartisan support for Ukraine in the U.S. Congress. According to Politico, Trump's base remains divided on continued aid to Kyiv, with growing concerns about unchecked military spending abroad while domestic issues linger unresolved. In what appears to be an attempt to reframe the narrative, Trump stated that the war is a direct outcome of what he called gross miscalculations by Biden, Zelensky, and Putin. He reiterated a claim that has become central to his foreign policy pitch, that the war would never have occurred under his presidency. This is their mess. I'm the one trying to contain it now, he said. Analysts at Foreign Affairs know that Trump's critique taps into a broader American fatigue over international entanglements, particularly when such conflicts show no sign of resolution.